Hey everyone, just doing a little video, you could say, I'm doing an update on the post I did about quality. I want to show you a bit more about culling and the process I go through in picking my fish. Hopefully it helps. I understand to a few people it's not going to help because some people are set in their ways and they're not going to really change the way that they think or feel about it. But let's see what we can do. Hopefully this helps any newbies that are looking to buy a bit more expensive fish, or just in general knowing what to pick and what to look for when you are looking for that fry. Okay, so when I'm culling or selecting fry, I like to generally go to the best one. So I go to the best one, I look at its fins, I look at its body shape, I look at, in this instance, it's the fact that it's got a watercock, its script, its color, everything. They're all factors that need to be taken into consideration. So this one's been separated now for about 2 weeks. Still fed the exact same food. Nothing has changed, other than the fact that it's been in this divided tank, as you can see with this other one. Okay, now this other one has been divided for a while now as well. I'll get to that one in a second because I want to. So as you can see, it's colourful fish. It's got nice thick script, like bold script. It's popping the head. It's, mind you, this is a 10 centimeter fish with the tail. Okay, and as you can see, the tail's full of colour. This fish has not seen colour food yet. Okay, so basically what I do is I look at all these factors. Its face, its eyes. You can see its eyes are not huge. Alright, and due to the line that was used to make it, they're not really popping out of its head either. Now, that's pretty much what I'm going to judge the rest of the fish off. I'm going to judge them off what I see in this fish. Okay, so now I come across over here to the other fish. Now, it's not a bad looking fish by any means, but my criteria is set based on that first fish. Now, if we go back to this other fish, you can see how nice its pearls look, how it swims with its fins right up. Nothing really changes for this fish at any time of the day. The way it swims there is the way it swims all day, every day. And we come over to this fish, you'll notice its pearls are a bit dull. It's still got script, but there are many other factors that are missing in this fish compared to the other one. Okay, the color's not there, it's darker, and it's fed the same diet. It lives in the same conditions as the other fish next door. Okay, nothing has changed. So basically, to me, that's a cull. Alright. Now, a lot of people would be going, that's crazy, you shouldn't cull that, leave it till it's bigger, all that type of stuff. If it's not showing me that, that's not good enough. Clearly that is what those fish can produce. And they can produce a lot of these without having to try. But these ones are not what I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to make dull fish. I'm trying to make the best quality I can. Okay, so there's a big difference in between these two fish. Sorry, it's a bit harder to see. The glare and stuff is different. Oh, what I also forgot to mention, I bring the light to the front of the tank when I do this. The reason I do that is so no shadows are cast on the front of the fish, giving me a different view of the fish or anything like that. I'm trying to create the best possible viewing so I can judge the fish accordingly. So basically, that's what I'm doing. So this one, even though the fish is a nice fish, to me it is a cull. Okay, so now we move across to these ones. So as you can see with this one, it looks like it's going to have head pearls and stuff. But again, even though it has such nice script, its pearls, not very lustful. Its colour is a bit crappy. I'm going to give this fish another few days. Hopefully it shows more potential. But for now, I'm not very happy with it. And then we come across to this one here, which is probably 3/4 the size of the last fish. But the colour is nice and vibrant. The pearls are very lustful. There's a lot going on. It swims with its fins up nicely. That one does too. That one does too. Sorry, I didn't mention that earlier, but it does as well. Alright? But this one just has that little bit more happening. You know? Makes it a better quality fish. That, like I said, I'm giving that other fish a few more days. But this one to me is a far greater fish with greater potential, you could say. Sorry, the tank glass is dirty and the water's dirty. I clean my tanks once a week. Sometimes they get a bit dirtier than normal. Okay, sorry. I forgot to mention I've got a short attention span as well. And I tend to look around the room while I'm filming. Hence why I try to stay away from the photography side of things. Yeah, have a look at this fish. I don't know if you can see it. It's starting to get head pearls. And like I said, I'm going to give it a few more days. Just see how it goes. You know, hopefully it shows a lot more potential. Okay, so finally, my advice to you is aim to have the best fish in the room. If you're gonna waste your time going to someone's house and driving an hour to go pick up a fish, make it worth it. A half an hour, sorry, I shouldn't say it. A $50 fish is not worth $100 of your fuel, you know, or $50 of your fuel. If you're traveling, if you're going to go see a breeder, expect them to charge a decent amount, not ridiculous amounts, a decent amount, to have a great fish. Okay? And when you're buying a fish, try to keep it under 10 centimeters. If the fish is showing you a lot of potential at under 10 centimeters, it'll show you even more potential at 15 and even greater potential at 20, 25. All right? Don't settle. Okay? When you go to see someone, you want the best. That's what you're after. It has to do with the popularity contest that people have been talking about. Yeah, it is a popularity contest. If you have the best fish, you become more popular. Straight away. Because people want to talk to you. People want to know what's going on with your fish. Why are they so beautiful? Who'd you get it from? These are all factors that people aren't thinking about when they're saying it's a popularity contest. Alright? It is, because all of a sudden you have this enormous amount of attention over a hobby. That's something that people sort of forget, you know. And you build friendships with people, you know. All these things come into place. Alright? Me personally, if you stick to the tiny little things that I just told you, you know, as far as pearl and colour are concerned, you want it lustful, you want it to be intense, vibrant. Mind you, I don't feed colour food to my fish. Alright? And I don't believe any breeder in Australia should. I think it's ridiculous. Alright? So, personally, no colour food. You want it to have max potential. You know? And, okay, so we were talking on UFA about breeders, you know, the smaller name guys and stuff like that. It is a competition. If I'm offering a fish for $100 and someone's offering a fish that's even better than mine for $100, I've lost. Okay? And you should treat it that way. You should go to that other guy, give him the credit he deserves. By all means. I have not one issue with that. That, I think, is the right thing to do. Alright? You give credit where credit is due. Don't just give credit because you sort of think that you should, just because you bought a crappy fish off someone and, you know, but they were a nice guy, but you still bought a crappy fish. That doesn't mean that you give that person credit. You give the person credit when they have sold you a great product. That's sort of a rant, but I hope that there's some level of understanding in there, and I hope that if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll answer them, no worries at all. I've got nothing to hide. It's a fish room. It's a hobby. Please don't think of it as anything more than that. You know, it's a hobby for you to enjoy. You know, and it should be a hobby for you and your family to enjoy. So, I hope that what I've said makes sense, and I hope that I haven't offended anyone, you know. But I hope that's more useful to anyone than anything. Well, that's it. I'll talk to you later.